The Spring and Autumn period is the most romantic era in Chinese history. Amidst the chaos of declining etiquette and music, there hides the most vivid heroic epics. From King Ping of Zhou's relocation, the princes change from good boys to wild children. The 5 hegemons take turns to appear. Confucius began his travels. Sun Wu was writing The Art of War. And wrap yourself in the quilt. Let's start with the fire in Haojing. The story begins in 71 BC. King Yu of Zhou wanted Bossy to smile. He played a big adventure of beacon fire joke. As a result, when Inyuki really called over, the vassal states thought it was another joke. No one came to save him. Haojing was breached. Yu Wang was killed. Xi Zhou was over. His son, King Ping of Zhou, Zhizhou, saw this place and couldn't stay. In 770 BC, moved the royal family eastward to Luoyi, now Wuyang, known as Eastern Zhou. But after moving, the royal family of Zhou completely became a nobody. Its territory shrank to only the surrounding Luoyang. Its military and financial resources were all poor. The vassal lords no longer took the emperor seriously. The Spring and Autumn period officially began. The first state to show up was Feng. Shongshuan Ji Wushen is the first ruthless man in the Spring and Autumn period. His biological mother Wu Jiang favors his younger brother Gong Shuduan. She wanted to help Gong Shuduan seize the throne, but was killed by Quan Gong and imprisoned his mother, saying he would never see her again. Later on, he played fake filial piety again. He dug a tunnel to see his mother, to gain public support. He was even fiercer in foreign affairs. In 714 BC, Beirong attacked. Xuanggang used a strategy of luring the enemy in, cut the Rong army into 3 sections and completely annihilate them. In 707 BC, King Huan of Zhou thought Zheng was too arrogant, and led the Chun, Kai, and Wei allied forces to fight, but was defeated by Chuanggang at Shuga in Chang'e, Honan. The king was shot in the shoulder, and the authority of the emperor was shattered. Zheng Shuanggong became the hegemon of the Spring and Autumn. But Zheng is still a small country. After his death, the state of Sheng began to be in chaos. The aura of hegemony soon disappeared. The one who really started the Spring and Autumn period was Duke Huan of Qujiang Xibai. He was able to ascend to the throne, thanks to his feigning death. When Duke Xiang of Qi was killed, Shaobai and his elder brother Gong Zijiu competed for the throne. Guangsheng shot Shaobai with an arrow. Shaobai feigned death to the seer Guangsheng and returned home to succeed. After ascending the throne, he didn't hold grudges and turned Guangsheng from a prisoner to a minister. How powerful was Guangsheng? He divided Qi into 3 states and 5 counties, divided the capital into 21 townships, 6 for industry and commerce, and 15 for others. The countryside was divided into 5. Military and farming were integrated. Guangshenhan monopolized salt and iron, and international trade. He levied taxes according to land, taxing according to the quality of land. Qi became rich quickly, with money and soldiers. Guangsheng gave Shaobai a great idea, Zun Wan Renyi. He ostensibly respected the Zhou emperor, but actually became the leader of the vassal states. 681 BC, Xuanggang held a meeting at Beijing, Dangyi, Shandong. He invited Song, Cheng, Kai, and Xu to join, to settle the chaos in Song. In 663 BC, Shangrong attacked Yan. Xuanggang saved Yan from 1,000 miles away, pushing the Shangrong to the northeast. In 660, the enemy destroyed Wei. Xuanggang led the vassal states to rebuild Wei, moved the capital to Chutiu, passing through Hua County, Henan. The people of Wei were moved to tears. The most amazing thing was in 656 BC. He led an 8-nation coalition to attack Chu state, forcing the Chu state to sign a peace agreement at Luoyi. Signed a peace agreement and recognized the status of the emperor. In 651 BC, Kuo Minghuang in Honan held a meeting. The emperor sent a representative to give him meat. Qu Guanggang officially became the hegemon of Spring and Autumn. After Qu Guanggang's death, Qu was in chaos. His sons fought for the throne. Qu's hegemony was over. At this time, Song Xianggong Zifu jumped out to take over. The result was a big joke. In 638 BC, he fought with the Chu army at Hongshui in Zhengzhou, Honan. The Chu army is still crossing the river. My subordinate said to fight now. He insisted on benevolence and righteousness. The enemy hadn't lined up yet. He said no, wait until the Chu army lined up. Defeated the Song army. Song Xianggong was shot in the thigh and died the next year. The benevolent army became a historical joke. The one who could truly take over Qu Guanggang's position was Duke of Jin, Ji Chong'er. His early life was miserable. His father, Duke Xian of Jin, favored Li Ji and forced the death of his son Shenshin. Chong'er was forced to exile for 19 years. He fled through enemy countries: Wei, Qi, Chao, Song, Zeng, Chu, and Qin. He was starving and ate wild vegetables. Being watched by Chao Ganggang while taking a shower, he felt ashamed to support. Until 63 BC, Qin Mugang sent troops to send him back to Jin. Just became a monarch. When Gang made reforms as soon as he took the throne, he cleaned up officials, opened trade and relaxed agriculture, and developing economy. He established the 3 armies and 6 ministers, military and political integration. He promoted good and capable people. He reused ministers like Hu Yan, Cao Shuai, and Xian Shen. In 635 BC, Ping Xiang of Zhou was driven away by his brother Wan Zhaidai. Jin Wegang in Qing killed Wan Zidai and escorted Ping Xiang back to Luoyi. Earned enough political points. What really made him dominant was the Battle of Chengpu. In 632 BC, Xu led Chen, Kai, Jin, and Su to attack Song. Song state asked Jin for help. When Gang of Jin retreated 3 times, retreated 90 miles to Chengpu. Then he used a trick to lure the enemy in. Xiao army pretended to flee, which led the right wing of Chu and Cheng and Kai to chase. Then the Jin's central and upper armies attacked. The right army of Chu was defeated. They also let soldiers run with branches, raising dust to pretend to retreat. The left army of Chu chased after them, was surrounded by Jin's upper army. The left army of Chu also collapsed. The Chu army was defeated. When Gang of Jin met at Jiantu, Yuanyang, Honan, the emperor himself came to cheer. When Gang became the new hegemon, Qin's King Mu of Qin, Yin Renhou, was not idle. He loves digging at the bottom of walls. I exchanged 5 sheepskins from the state of Chu for Bilixi, Wugu doctor, and also recruited Jianshu, Yu and other talents. He wants to move eastward into the central plains. As a result, he was firmly trapped by the state of Jin. In 627 BC, Qin Mugang sent Meng Mishi, Xi Keishu, and Bai Yibing to raid Shang, but were ambushed by the Jin army in Shaoshang, Sanmenxia, Honan, and were annihilated. The 3 generals were captured. They were later released. Qin Mu, who suffered a loss, turned to the west, used Youyu's strategy. He destroyed 12 states of Shirong and expanded its territory for thousands of miles, and became the hegemon of the Western Rome. The emperor gave him gold and drums for recognition. In the Spring and Autumn period, Qi Huan, Jin Wan, and Qin Mu took turns to be in power. The state of Chu in the south was not quiet either. Chu Chengwang was forced to death by his son Shangchen. Shangchen uses bare paths to delay time and make it difficult to master, forcing that to him. Shangchen ascended the throne as King Lu and continued to expand. When it came to Xiong Lu, the son of Mu Wan, if he didn't make a sound, a stunning drama is about to unfold. When Chu Xuanwang first ascended the throne, he played for 3 years, hunting during the day and drank at night. Hang a sign, anyone who dares to see it will die. Minister Wu Zhu was anxious, asked him in a riddle. It doesn't fly or call for 3 years. What is the bird village? One shell hasn't flown for 3 years. It will fly to the sky, 3 years without fame, and will astonish the world. From then on, he began to act. He killed hundreds of officials who were lazy, promoted hundreds of capable officials, and promoted Sun Shuao as the prime minister. Sun Shuao was very capable. He built Shao Cup, a water conservancy project in Shou County, Anhui, developing agriculture, and reorganized the army. Chu's national strength soared. In 600 BC, King Zhuan of Chu launched a northern expedition against Lu Huarong, passing through Songjian County, Henan, and drove the army to the outskirts of Luoyi, forcing the Zhou emperor to send Wang Sunman to console them. Huan Wang directly asked how much the tripod weighed. The tripod symbolized the king's power. Wang Sunman replied that it depends on virtue, not the tripod. Huan Wang sneered that Chu had folded weapons, were enough to build the tripods. This is the origin of the phrase to inquire about the central plains, which nakedly exposed his ambition. What really made Chu Xuan Wang a hegemon was the Battle of Bai. In 597 BC, Chu attacked Shang. Jin came to rescue. Inconsistent opinions within the Jin army. Song Lingfu was the commander-in-chief. Song Hu insisted on leading the troops to charge, but was defeated by the Chu army in Zhangzhou, Honan. The Jin army is rushing to cross the river. There weren't enough boats. Soldiers grabbed the boat's sides and climbed up. The people on the boat cut off their hands. Bloody hands floated in the river. It was terrible. After the Battle of Bai, Chu Xuanwan became the new overlord of the world, and he was listed as one of the 3 tyrants. The Jin and Chu rivalry became the main theme of the Spring and Autumn period. They fought for decades. Neither side could destroy the other. 575 BC, the Battle of Yanling. Jin army defeated Chu army again. In 557 BC, Battle of Xiangban. Jin army won again. But after a long war, everyone was tired. In 546 BC, Xiangsu, a doctor of Song State, led the peace conference. 14 countries including Jin, Chu, Qi, and Qin signed the agreement, except Qi and Qin. Other vassal states should pay tribute to Jin and Chu simultaneously. Jin and Chu jointly dominate. At this time, the Central Plains was quiet. Wu Yu in the east is starting to cause trouble. Wu was originally a vassal of Chu. Later, the state of Jin fought against the state of Chu, sent Wu Cheng to Wu to teach them how to use troops. Wu began to rise. After King Shengmeng of Wu died, his sons Xu Fan, Yu Ji, and Yu Mo took turns as kings. It passed to He Lu, the son of Gong Ziguang. He used Zhuanju's fish intestine sword to assassinate, and succeeded King Liu. He Wu reused Wu Zishu, He Sun Wu who escaped from Chu, Sun Tzu's art of war. In 506 BC, won 5 battles in a row, and captured the capital of Yinjing in Jiangling, Hubei. King Xiao of Chu fled. Wu Zishu whipped the courts of King Ping of Zhou to avenge his father's death. But the good days of Wu didn't last long. The state of Yu in the south began to stir up trouble. Yu King Gejian's father Yun Cheng and He Lu were enemies. In 496 BC, he fought against you with LV. Gojian used death row prisoners to commit suicide. He arranged the death row prisoners in 3 rows and committed suicide in front of the Wu army. The Wu army was stunned. The Yu army took the chance to charge. Hello was shot in his toe and died soon after. His son Fu Chai took the throne. Vowed revenge, he asked his soldiers to shout Fu Chai every day. Have you forgotten your father's murder? In 494 BC, Fu Chai defeated the Vietnamese army in Fujie, today's the Taihu Lake, Jiangsu province. Gojian only had 5,000 men left. Retreat to Huaji Mountain. Pai Wan used beauty and treasure and bribed Bopi, the prime minister of Wu. Bo Pai advised Fu Chai to spare Gojian. Gojian endured humiliation, sleeping with firewood and grass, hanging gallbladder. He tasted it every day to remind himself not to forget his shame. He gathered people and wealth, and 10 years of teaching, developed production, trained his soldiers, and gave usher to Fu Chai to paralyze him. As for Fu Chai, defeated you and competed for hegemony in the north. In 482 BC, he led his army to Huachi, Fengkaiu, Henan, to compete for the hegemony with Duke Ding of Jin. But Gojian took the opportunity to attack his hometown, kill Prince Wu. Fu Chai hurried back to beg for peace. In 47-3 BC, Gojian attacked Wu again. Fu Chai was besieged in Gusu Mountain, asking Gojian to spare his life. Gojian said, "How did you treat me back then? What am I supposed to do to you?" Fu Chai committed suicide, and the state of Wu was destroyed. Gojian became the last hegemon of the Spring and Autumn period. When the Spring and Autumn period was coming to an end, society was also quietly changing. The iron tools and cattle farming were popularized. The Inoda system has collapsed. Private fields increased. The rise of the gentry. Confucius founded private schools, teaching without discrimination, and taught 72 sages. The prelude to the division of Jin into Han, Xiao, and Wei has begun. In 453 BC, Han, Xiao, and Wei destroyed Jibua. Jin was in name only. Tiang family took over Qi. The Tiang family was also taking power in Qi. In 403 BC, the emperor officially recognized Han, Xiao, and Wei. Spring and Autumn Annals, and the Warring States period began. From Pingwang's eastward move to the 3 divisions, over 300 years of Spring and Autumn. There was the blood of the prince's hegemony, the helplessness of the collapse of rituals and music, the awakening of scholars, and the budding of the 100 schools of thought. Those names that shine in history books, the stories of Guanxong, Confucius, Sun Wu, and Gojian, are like stars in the night sky, will always shine. Are you tired? Close your eyes. Think about those tons of golden swords and iron horses, and have a big dream.